This is Rajadurai. So we have been looking at Thuraiyur Śrī Rajagopala Sharma. So in the part 1, we did look at his birth and where he started learning music and how he get trained under various gurus and how he moved to Chennai and then his journey as part of the HMV recording, which is also known as Saraswati Stores. In this episode or part, we will look into his contribution towards music in terms of compositions as well as his contribution to Kalakshetra and the cine industry as well. Okay, so we all know that he was working as part of HMV Recordings, which is also known as Saraswati Stores in those days. As part of that initiative or work, what he was doing, he helped a lot of musicians to get to know more details about how they can plan their recordings for the duration, which means their concerts for the recordings should be planned very well so that this can be recorded within the duration of the time. And as part of that, he helped M.S. Subbulakshmi, M.L. Vasantakumari, and then D.K. Pattamal, and many other musicians like Varadacharya and a lot of musicians. So he get to know about various musicians and his interest in helping people has motivated him to give the details to everyone who he met as part of the recordings. Right, and he has also given a lot of concerts we have seen, so we will see some of the invites of those concerts as well. And as part of the Saraswati Stores, when he was working, he was also got a chance to get into some of the drama companies as well. So he started writing dialogues and songs and composed music for those songs for the dramas as well. So, and then he started also dubbing some voices for those dramas as well. So this brought him a lot of interest in dramas as well as composing music for those dramas as well. While he was doing all of this, he got introduced to a great musician and composer, Śrī Sivan, who has composed almost 2,500 compositions. And Sharma sir started notating and tuning music for Sivan compositions. So this was really a great thing, and Sivan sir was impressed by the notations and tuning what was done by Sharma sir. At the time, Sivan was also working as part of Kalakshetra, and he helped in tuning music for a lot of dance dramas. So Sharma sir used to accompany him, and then when they went to Kalakshetra, so Sharma sir was also helping on notating and composing music for various dance dramas. And Rukmani Devi Arundel did look at how Sharma sir was working, meaning the interest level and how he is notating and the different ways in which he is composing the music and things like that. So he was really impressed, and then he offered the music teacher job in Kalakshetra for Sharma sir. So that's where the journey started with Kalakshetra, and then he worked for Kalakshetra for almost 30 years. And then he has been part of various dance dramas, which includes Andal Charitam, Dhruva Charitam, and Karumariamman Kuravanchi, and many others. So for those dance dramas, he has composed music and also helped in various aspects of the dance dramas. One interesting thing about Sharma sir was whenever he looks into these dance dramas, he wanted musicians to make sure they sing that very well. At the same time, he was also wanted to make sure the people who are acting in these dance dramas, they know the music of the part each of those characters who was acting, right? So either it could be a song or it could be some dialogues. He wanted to make sure those people understand and sing them well, or talk those dialogues very well, right? So he used to teach those people the music and the meaning about those different aspects. This was really a great thing and value addition, and that's why if you look into the way how the people who were acting in these dramas were really enjoying and doing things in those dance dramas, right? So it's Sharma sir didn't stop his contribution there. So Sri Dhananjayan sir, and when he was wanting to do some of the dance dramas for Bharata Kalanjali, his own dance academy. So Sharma sir used to help the music composition for those dance dramas as well. And he used to go to Dhananjayan sir's house and do the compositions. I had a chance to meet Dhananjayan sir and try to collect some details about Sharma sir. So we had an interesting discussion on Sharma sir. So Dhananjayan sir used to quote few things about Sharma sir. Here is how it goes. So it is very difficult to find such a great personality nowadays. His effort and contribution to the music is selfless, and he's dedicated his whole life to music. And he used to come to our home for composing music for various dance dramas. We used to enjoy the way how he tunes music and composes music. And we used to ask him you are doing such a great thing, what is that we could offer you for all this? And that's where Sharma used to reply saying that mommy's drumstick sambar should be good enough. So to say in Tamil, mommy oda murugakka sambar onne podum. That's how he has expressed his gratitude, and that was really a great thing. And he had a lot of dramas he was writing. One such was Dasavataram, which we wanted to stage them, but unfortunately we couldn't get much of details when he was sick, and after that we couldn't get any of those. I'm not sure where he was and where those records was. But this is the thing from Dhananjayan sir, and he has had a lot more details. I think it will be very difficult to fit everything in this video. So this was really a great feedback about Sharma sir from the legends like Dhananjayan sir, right? And Dhananjayan sir did a great thing of staging a lot of dance dramas and the music compositions of Thuraiyur Śrī Rajagopala Sharma. To name a few, Thuraiyur Śrī Rajagopala Sharma did compose Atana Varnam on Śrī Krishna. So that was staged too many times in various stages by Dhananjayan sir, as well as a lot of other dancers as well. Similarly, he had Behad Dillana, and another Jabali also was composed by Thuraiyur Śrī Rajagopala Sharma, which was staged by various people. Okay, so we did start that here, a lot of composition. Unfortunately, we had only these few of them which we could find out in the recent days. And Papanasam Sivan sir was also started his contribution in the cine field. So knowing Sharma sir, so he wanted to make sure he takes Sharma sir into the cine field as well. Meaning whenever the songs were recorded for the films, so there are things which needs to be taken care, right? So from the musical aspect, so Sharma sir generally gives details about the recordings as well as the musical nuances as well. So which impressed Papanasam Sivan sir. So Papanasam Sivan sir took him into the cine industry as well, and then took his help to fine tune the music aspect of the film song recording as well. So initially he started helping in some of the songs, and then later stages he started helping the music compositions or music direction for the full films as well. To name some of the films in which he has contributed, Sakuntalai and Ponvayal and Srivalli, and there are many other films as well. So in these films he has did the music direction for lot many songs. I think we had each of the film had almost around 20 plus songs. In one of the movie he has acted as well. So just to make sure, he's not just a music director, he can also be a good actor as well, right? So this brought him good famous things for the music in the cine industry as well. So when they were doing this music direction for cine industry, so they were doing recordings and in the free time, so Sharma sir as well as M.S. Subbalakshmi and few of the other people, they used to do some bhajans and things like that, just to make sure they are not leaving the Carnatic music aspect, right? Just in the free time, just for them to enjoy, they used to do that. I think one of the North Indian who was part of these cinemas as well, who used to join and do bhajans as well. So this shows how much interest Sharma sir had in the Carnatic music field. All right. So he has also written a lot of books along with his father on Harikatha and nuances of Harikatha. All right. Because those Harikatha as well as the musical aspect and his interest, all these things were helped him to get into the drama as well as the movie aspect. And I think that was the great thing for even the dance drama staged in the Kalakshetra as well. So Kalakshetra was also staging one of the great dance drama called Ramanatakam, in which Sharma sir was asked to do all the musical compositions. So he had his own compositions, as well as he took some of the poems from Kambaramayana and a lot of songs from Tyagaraja, Muthuswami Dikshidhar and Arunachala Kaviraya. And he has done the great variations of these songs and the collating them and presenting them very well in the Ramanatakam, which was staged in Kalakshetra. So that was staged in various times in a lot of different stages as well, which is definitely a famous dance drama in those days. I think in now as well, we can all enjoy that dance drama. So this is how he has contributed a lot, and even though he had contributed almost for 30 years in Kalakshetra, so if we go to Kalakshetra, we couldn't find a lot of details about him. So that's the surprise thing for us, and luckily Dhananjayan sir acknowledged his contributions and shared a lot of details about him. And I did look into the different books, and I was trying to do some research from the Music Academy Library. One book I got about Srimati Rukmani Devi Arundale. In that book we had one photograph which in which Papanasam Sivan and Thuraiyur Rajagopala Sharma was there with, I think, Sadhana. So there are very limited photos. In this video we have put in some of the photos where he used concerts and HMV recordings, as well as one of the concert review as well. Right, because of his great voice, he has done a lot of concerts in different places. And he was also a A-grade artist of All India Radio, and not only just a graded artist, staff artist, right? He was also working as a coordinator and created a lot of unique programs as well as part of the All India Radio, which helped a lot of students to learn music from wherever they are, and they could also perform in various concerts. So Sharma sir did a great job in spreading whatever he knows and making sure his knowledge is shared to the next set of generations in terms of music, as well as whatever the nuances or knowledges he had in recordings or music direction or Harikatha, and in any aspect whatever he knows, right, he used to teach everyone to make sure it gets propagated and transferred to the next generation. So it's really a great pleasure to get to know a lot of details about him and present about him and writing an article about him. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thanks to Kural for such a nice opportunity. Thank you once again. See you soon.